He tells me, he said, start getting some character letters written on your behalf. He said, reach out to family, friends, coworkers, get them to start writing character letters, talking about you, what kind of guy you are. He said, we need as many as we can before we go in front of the judge. And I was like, all right. Well, before we leave, the woman's like, okay, so how do y'all want to handle payment? And I'm like, well, what is the payment? I didn't even want to get the answer to that question. She said, well, it's 50,000 to take the case. And then he needs another 15,000 for retainer, for this, that, and the other to get everything started. So like when they say that, my heart dropped. I ain't got that kind of money. My mom throws out a card and says, here, put 20,000 on this. My wife throws out 2 credit cards, says, put 20,000 on this, 10,000 on this. They charge the 50,000 up front to their credit cards. They're charging me with murder. Sometimes you don't get bond on murder.
Yeah.
Depending on how they look at it. So we don't really know. If you ever seen the movie Goodfellas, we got in the car at like 12 o'clock and I told my mom, I was like, all right, take me to jail. And so they drove me to jail and I said my goodbyes. So like we come there, we done our goodbyes, everybody hugged, kisses and all this. And then I walk in and get booked. They do me. And he said, you can't be seen by a magistrate. You're charged with possession of a weapon during a violent crime, murder. And that guy, we're all on this bench together. And when they say that, he kind of like, flips and looks at me. And we go back to that room, and where he was sitting beside me, he grabs his shit and he goes clear to the other side of the room. I don't hear nothing else from him the rest of the day, which is kind of good. I see what's going on. He's like, who's your lawyer? And I said, Andy Savage. And he was like, oh, you good. And so I'm like, all right, even the prisoners think I'm good.